They say men don't cry, but deep down, you know the pain of chasing love that only runs from you. You give your all. You wait on texts that never come. You cancel plans, lose sleep, doubt your worth, and wonder what makes some men effortlessly magnetic while you're ignored. The truth? Those men live by mindsets that the world never taught you, and today I'll show you all 7, so you'll never chase a woman again. If you've ever felt like no matter how hard you try, how many nice texts you send, how available you make yourself, women just don't respond to you the way they do to other men, this video is for you. The truth is painful. The rules you were raised with don't work. In fact, they're the very reason you feel invisible. Modern relationships are brutal. The game has changed. And if you don't learn the new rules, you'll keep losing. But there's a way out. There's a mindset that makes women chase you. It's built on discipline, clarity, and power. It's ancient, it's stoic, and it's rare. For centuries, only the elite few knew these secrets. But today, for the first time, I'm revealing them to the public. If you're ready to stop feeling lost and start commanding respect, not just in dating, but in life, stay with me. These 7 mindsets will change your life forever. And when you're done watching, comment, "I choose myself," to lock them in. Because this isn't just about dating, it's about who you become. Number 1, he sees himself as the prize. You were never meant to chase. You were meant to be chased. But somewhere along the way, you were taught that being nice, being available, being overly generous would win you the love and attention you crave. The truth is, it didn't work. You know it. And it's not because you're broken. It's because you were trained to see yourself as the beggar instead of the prize. Imagine waking up and realizing every time you waited by your phone, every time you rearranged your schedule, every time you lost yourself in the hope that maybe this time she'd see your worth, you were giving away your power. The man who sees himself as the prize doesn't beg for attention. He commands it without saying a word. He walks into a room and people feel his energy because he's not looking to be filled. He's already full. Have you ever wondered why she suddenly wants you the moment you move on? That's not coincidence. That's the effect of a man who has remembered his value. If you want to become him, you start by cutting off the noise. Stop checking for her replies. Stop adjusting your energy to match hers. Start setting standards. You don't lower your expectations to keep a woman around. You raise them so only the worthy remain. You don't explain why you're unavailable. You just are. Spend your time building your mind, your money, your strength. Every hour you give to your own growth is a step away from the chains of needing her approval. The man who sees himself as the prize knows this. His time is not cheap, his attention is earned, and his love is not on discount. You want to know what makes a woman chase? It's not games, it's presence, it's control, it's peace. She feels something when she can't predict you, when she knows you don't need her to feel alive, when she senses you'll walk away without flinching. That's power, that's the prize. You want to live this way? Start today. Stop chasing. Cut out validation-seeking behaviors. Get uncomfortable being alone and master your own company. Go to the gym not just to look good, but to feel unshakable. Write down your goals, break them into steps, and conquer one at a time. Speak less. Move with purpose. Don't try to convince her. Convince yourself that you're enough, because you are. But you've got to act like it, starting now. Number 2, he never chases, he chooses. There's a difference between wanting and choosing. And men who never chase understand it down to their core. They don't run after anyone. They select with precision. They don't hand over their energy to every pretty face, every sweet voice, every fleeting moment of validation. Because they know not every woman qualifies for their presence. Choosing is power. Chasing is desperation. And a man who chooses does not pursue for approval. He evaluates. He observes. He asks, does she fit into the life I've built, instead of begging to be chosen? Have you ever dated a woman who made you feel like you were constantly proving yourself? Always available, always reaching out first, always adjusting just to be liked. That's not love. That's slavery. Choosing frees you from that prison. Imagine a life where your peace is undisturbed, no matter who stays or goes. Where your focus is so razor-sharp that she can't help but notice and wonder what you're doing, who you're becoming. The man who chooses waits to see how she responds under pressure, how she treats waiters, how she reacts when she doesn't get her way. He sees through the smile. He listens past the words. He's not afraid to walk away because his life is already whole. If you want to become this man, start by identifying your values. What do you stand for? What do you want in a woman? Write it down. If she doesn't align, you don't engage. Cut off every connection that drains you, distracts you, or disrespects you. Raise your standards not out of arrogance, but out of discipline. You've only got so much energy, and every time you give it to someone unworthy, you rob your future. You want women to chase you? Then stop running toward them. Stand still. Build yourself. And watch who comes closer. Women respect men who don't need them. They crave the man who knows he could have her, but doesn't chase her. Be the man who chooses, and the game will never be the same. Because when you choose, you reclaim your power. And now, you can take that power even further. I wrote the Stoic relationship blueprint for men like you. The ones done with begging, done with games, done with shrinking to fit into someone else's expectations. If you've ever asked yourself, what do I do next? Or, how do I stay unshakable when I care? This book is your answer. It's not just guidance. It's your foundation, and it's yours for life. You'll have access to the exact mental frameworks, step-by-step systems, and timeless Stoic insights to transform how you move through relationships forever. The link is in the comments. Get it now, lock it in, and carry this knowledge with you for the rest of your life. Number 3. His time is sacred. There's nothing more dangerous than a man who values his time, because time is life. And when a man guards his time, he stops bleeding energy into things and people that never deserved him in the first place. Have you ever looked back at your week and realized you gave away hours to conversations that went nowhere, people who never show up for you, and distractions that left you feeling emptier than before? That's what it looks like when a man doesn't respect his own time. A man who does. He schedules his days like they matter, because they do. He knows that every minute he wastes can never be bought back. He doesn't sit around wondering if she'll call. He's building, learning, moving. Women can feel when a man is busy with purpose. And the truth is, they want to be a part of it, not the center of it. Imagine a man who wakes up, hits the gym, works on his business, trains his mind, and moves through his day with precision. When a woman texts him, he replies when it makes sense, not immediately, not out of desperation, not because he's playing a game, because his time is occupied. That kind of energy is rare. It's irresistible, not because he's withholding, but because he's intentional. If you want to become him, start by auditing your hours. Where is your time going? Who is getting access to your life? Every appointment, every call, every minute needs to pass one test. Does this serve my future? Cut the rest. Stop explaining yourself. You don't owe anyone your time. Guard your mornings. Protect your evenings. Build rituals. Read daily. Lift heavy. Learn skills. Make your calendar sacred. Because when a man's time becomes valuable, everything around him changes, including the way women see him. She doesn't want the man who's always free. She wants the man she has to earn. And that starts with you treating your time like treasure. Number 4. He detaches emotionally. You cannot be free until you learn how to let go. And the men who never chase have mastered the hardest art of all, emotional detachment. Not because they are numb, but because they understand what it costs to be controlled by feelings that serve no purpose. Have you ever found yourself refreshing your messages every 5 minutes, trying to decode her silence like your life depended on it? That isn't connection. That's addiction. And the man who never chases has broken the chains of emotional slavery. He doesn't give away his peace, his sleep, his focus just because someone doesn't validate him today. He is emotionally detached, not because he doesn't care, but because he's in control. He understands that emotions are real, but they are not always right. And until you stop reacting to every mood, every trigger, every cold shoulder, you will remain powerless. Women test men constantly. They withdraw affection. They pull back just to see how you'll respond. And the man who panics fails the test. But the one who holds frame, who stays calm, who keeps his course unchanged, that man passes. Detachment doesn't mean you're dead inside. It means you refuse to drown in temporary feelings. It means when she cancels plans last minute, you don't beg. You reschedule with your mission. When she disappears, you don't chase. You move. When she plays cold, you stay warm for yourself. Because your joy isn't hers to control. You want to be this man. Start by observing your triggers. What makes you anxious? What makes you chase? Write it down. Face it. Then fight it. Meditate every morning. Journal your thoughts. Train your emotions like you train your body. Learn to sit with discomfort. Let rejection teach you, not define you. Build your confidence from action, not reaction. Start small. Say no more often. Stop explaining your value. Feel the urge to respond, then don't. Each moment you choose yourself over her validation, you build the muscle of detachment. And the more you build it, the freer you become. Number 5. He lives for purpose, not women. She loses interest the moment she becomes your reason for living, but she becomes obsessed when you're too focused on your purpose to even notice her games. That's the truth most men never hear. Have you ever felt completely drained after spending your whole day trying to please her, solve her problems, reply the perfect way, send the right message, say the right thing, only to still be met with cold replies, vague excuses, or worse, total indifference? Imagine you had taken that same energy and poured it into your goals. How far would you be right now? How strong would your body be if you had trained instead of overthinking every interaction? How much money would you have stacked if you had worked on your craft instead of refreshing your phone every 5 minutes, hoping for a sign that she still likes you? The truth is brutal, but freeing. A man without purpose becomes a toy, a filler, a maybe. But a man on a mission, he becomes unforgettable. He becomes the one she regrets losing. When you live for purpose, your entire energy shifts. You don't ask her to see your worth. You show it in how you move, how you build, how you rise. Have you ever noticed how the guy she ignored last year is the one she's now watching from fake accounts because he stayed locked in, built his empire, and now walks like a king? That can be you. But it starts with cutting the addiction to approval and building a life so full that love becomes a bonus, not the point. Find what sets your soul on fire. Write down everything you want to achieve, physically, mentally, financially, spiritually. Break it into small, ruthless daily steps. Wake up earlier, train harder, read longer, network wider, create relentlessly, set deadlines, build a schedule that leaves no space for weakness. And every time you feel tempted to check in with her, ask yourself, is this moving me forward or keeping me trapped? When you truly live for purpose, you no longer chase, you no longer beg, you no longer adjust your identity to fit into someone else's fantasy. You become a force, you build your kingdom, and she feels it, in your words, your presence, your energy, Purpose gives your voice weight. It makes your eyes sharper. It makes your no powerful. Women can feel when you are anchored, when you're grounded in something larger than pleasure. And that's when they start chasing. Not because you played a role, but because you became the man no one can replace. If you want to live this way, start by setting boundaries. Make your mornings sacred. Dedicate your nights to growth. Replace empty scrolling with intentional planning. Swap aimless conversations with deep learning. Join groups that elevate you. Cut the ones that don't. Chase progress, not people. And if she wants to join the journey, she must come correct. Because your path is not up for distraction. You are not here to orbit someone else's life. You are here to build your own universe. And when your purpose becomes bigger than your need for love, love finds you, but on your terms. Be the man whose ambition makes her nervous. Be the man whose presence makes her question every guy she thought was enough. Be the man who lives for purpose, and let everything else fall in line behind it. Number 6. He commands respect, not approval. A man who lives for approval becomes invisible, but a man who commands respect without asking for it becomes unforgettable, not just to her, but to everyone around him. Have you ever caught yourself walking on eggshells just to keep her interested, texting carefully, smiling even when you're hurt, staying quiet when you're disrespected, hoping if you say the right thing, she won't leave? That isn't love. That's slow self-destruction. And every time you do it, you teach her not to respect you. Because women don't fall for men who try to be liked. They fall for men who aren't afraid to be disliked. Respect isn't about aggression. It's about boundaries. It's the way you say no without explaining yourself. It's the way you leave when something violates your peace. It's how you hold your head when someone tries to humiliate you in public. And you smile, not out of fear, but out of power. Imagine you stopped answering every time she went cold, stopped explaining yourself every time she accused you, stopped apologizing just to keep the peace. What kind of man would you become? You'd become the man she tells her friends she can't figure out, the one whose absence feels heavier than others' presence. If you want to command respect, you must stop negotiating your values for attention. Speak up when something feels off. Speak slower, move with intention, carry yourself like you know what you're worth, and mean it. Go into the gym and don't just train. Dominate, not for them, for you. Learn skills that give you leverage, build friendships that sharpen you, create systems that no one can shake. And stop posting to impress. Post to document your mission. Every time you get disrespected and stay, you lose a piece of yourself. Every time you bend your voice to sound more agreeable, you kill a piece of your power. But every time you walk away, every time you pause before responding, every time you remove your presence as a form of strength, you build yourself up brick by brick into the kind of man that no woman, no person, no room can ignore. You want to be liked? Be agreeable. You want to be respected? Be unmovable. Respect starts with the standards you live by when no one's watching. And when you live like that long enough, you don't need to demand it. You become it. Start now. Audit your life. Where are you tolerating disrespect? End it. Who in your life makes you shrink to fit in? Leave them. What are your non-negotiables? Write them down. Don't flex. Enforce. Because if you won't stand for yourself, no one else will. Stop chasing approval. Walk in power. And let the world adjust. Number 7. He accepts loss without fear. The man who can walk away without looking back is the man who becomes unforgettable, not because he's cold, but because he knows his value isn't tied to who stays. Have you ever begged someone to stay, even though every part of you knew they didn't value you, didn't respect you, didn't even see you the same way anymore? Have you ever stayed in a situation where your worth was questioned daily just because you feared the emptiness that might come if they left? That's not love. That's fear dressed up in false hope. The man who accepts loss without fear isn't numb. He's aware. He knows that not every connection is meant to last, not every woman is meant to understand his soul, and not every goodbye is a failure. He doesn't see the end as a collapse, but as a clearing, a space made for better. Imagine if you had walked away the moment you felt disrespected, instead of staying to negotiate your dignity. Imagine if you had let her leave the first time she made you feel small, instead of waiting around hoping her words would change. The man who fears no loss doesn't grip people too tight. He holds them with an open hand, knowing that what's real will stay, and what isn't will free space for something greater. You want to become that man? You must start by rewriting your view of endings. Stop romanticizing pain. Stop calling disrespect passion. Look back at your past and ask yourself, how many times did losing her actually save you? How many times did heartbreak lead you to build something that changed your life? That was never a loss. That was a lesson. That was redirection. When you accept loss, you stop begging. You stop chasing closure from someone who was never open to begin with. You start building. You start growing. You start becoming so powerful in your solitude that anyone who wants to join you must come correct, or not at all. To live this way, start by letting go of what you're afraid to lose. If you're afraid to lose her, ask why. Is it love, or is it the illusion of safety? Build your mind, train your body, master your routine. Make your peace louder than any apology you never got. And when she walks away, don't run after her. Watch her go, and use that space to elevate. That's not cruelty, that's clarity. Because the man who accepts loss without fear becomes the one who attracts, not out of lack, but out of overflow. Be that man. Be willing to lose her. Be willing to lose anyone who costs you your peace, your clarity, your growth. And you'll gain everything you were meant to have. If you've ever been lied to, left confused, ghosted, disrespected, or made to feel like you weren't enough, understand this. It was never because you lacked value. It was because no one taught you how to protect it. The Stoic relationship blueprint is that protection. It's not some sugar-coated advice to keep you in the dark. It's the brutal truth every man needs to hear before he wastes another year chasing love that depletes him. This is your moment. You've seen what happens when you don't take control. Now imagine who you'll become when you do. Comment the Stoic Blueprint if you're ready to grab it. The link is in the comments. Claim your copy now before the door closes. Like this video, subscribe, and share this with one man you know is lost. Because every view helps rescue a man from wasting years of his life in regret. Don't wait to suffer before you change.